Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Chatting in My Closet. You might notice the background has changed a bit. I love that little nook in my bedroom, but I've been feeling like the background's just a little too white, a little too plain. So I wanted to switch it up. I know I've been filming there for a while now, but I wanted to switch it up and try out a different corner of my home and see if it works out a little bit better. It also pays homage to this piece of artwork that used to be in my closet, starting episodes for this series. I just thought it might be a little bit cuter to have a slightly more interesting background, given that this whole video is really a chatty one. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But today's topic for Chatting in My Closet is how do I know if something is a good buy or an impulse buy? If you're tuning in for the first time, hi, my name's Katie. I like to do these luxury fashion videos here on YouTube. I share hauls and reviews, but at the end of the day, I share my journey so we can all mindfully curate our own collections. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below with your thoughts on this topic. All of your support really means a lot to me. And for those of you that might be tuning in for the first time, Chatting in My Closet is an ongoing series on my channel where I share my open and candid thoughts on a fashion-related topic. And then I open up the floor to all of you to share your thoughts in the comments down below. The idea is for the discussion to continue there. And I read all of your comments and I leave responses to all of them. So I really look forward to hearing your thoughts as well. All right, going back to the topic, a good buy versus an impulse buy. To be honest, I can't say I've mastered the distinction of a good buy versus an impulse buy. I do know, typically speaking, I am much more of an impulsive shopper. Like for instance, my brother and my sister-in-law are like research people, okay? They will like read up articles, they will look at reviews, they will watch YouTube videos, like they will go deep in their research before they like make any sort of decision on purchasing something. On the flip side, I am much more of an instinctive person. I know usually when I see it, and therefore I consider myself to be a lot more of an impulsive shopper, relatively speaking, because I don't do that deep level of research before I purchase something. I will usually just go for it if I like it, or if I want it, or if it fits the need. You know, like it's sort of like my spidey senses go off, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is the one, and I will get it. On that kind of spectrum, I'm more of an impulsive shopper. However, as the years have gone by, I definitely feel like I have gotten better at reducing the amount of actual impulse purchases that I make. Like the biggest area that I think I've improved upon is sale purchases. I used to be a huge sucker for sales. Like if something was on sale from a brand that I liked, I would almost immediately like look for something to buy because I'm like, it's on sale and it's from a brand that I like. Like, of course I should get something because I'm practically getting something on a discount. But like if you didn't really need the item, or the item wasn't really fitting for your style, or sometimes the worst case would be when I like bought something that didn't fit me right, but I would still buy it because it was on sale. Like it ends up being a purchase that I don't use very often, or I don't wear for very long, or is too uncomfortable, and therefore I don't gravitate towards it. And so it like ultimately it's a waste of money, right? That was not a good purchase to make at all. I've definitely gotten out of the mindset of having to get something because it's on sale. There are large retail platforms, department stores that will run seasonal sales, and usually I'll take a browse when I know it's happening. I will search through like my favorite designers and see if there's anything that catches my eye, but I have a lot less of a like, oh my gosh, like I have to buy something because it's sale season now and like I can get my favorite brand on sale. I have a lot less of that, and it's a lot more of like, if it's something that I've been looking for, or something that I wanted, even something that I considered getting when it was a full price, then I will look into purchasing it when it's on sale. Otherwise, I've gotten a lot better at not falling into that whole cycle of, oh my gosh, it's on sale, I should buy it. That's an area that I know I have definitely improved upon a lot. It was bad, guys. It was bad. But over the years, I learned, right? Like I have hardcore data now where I've purchased things and they've just sat there, or I wore it like twice because it's not very comfortable or it's not the right size, and I just like forced myself to get into it. And I like they don't get as much use, and so it doesn't matter if I only paid like whatever $30 for it. It's still $30 not really utilized and just sitting in my closet. The ways that I've started to get better at making sure most of my purchases are really good buys and not impulsive buys is I make myself think about it for a day. I used to be, I also was like terrible at doing that. I'd get really like overcome with all excitement and all this emotion, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I want it now, I'm gonna get it now. I've gotten a lot better at really liking something and just saying, hey, I'm gonna think about it for overnight, you know, even ask if it's okay to have the item on hold, just so I can think about it overnight before I go ahead and make that purchase. And 9 times out of 10, the people that I work with are super nice and super accommodating, and they're okay with holding it for a little bit. Sometimes it's not even overnight. Sometimes it's a few hours. Sometimes I went at the end of the day for the store, like the store's practically closing, so they have no problem holding it until maybe like early, like the opening hours of the next day. That gives me some time to step away from it, really think about why I'm liking the item, what kind of use I will have for that item, and also like, do I need to buy more things to be able to wear it well? Do I have things already that I can incorporate it with? Do I have something that's similar so I don't need to get this specific item? Like, it gives me that time to figure out why I like something. And this worked really well when I was in Paris as well. I was so tempted to buy almost everything that I saw. And at Chanel, there were a pair of shoes that were super gorgeous that I almost got, but I opted not to. And to this, like now, I'm really glad I didn't get those shoes because I don't know how much I would have worn them in reality. There is one Celine item that I tried on that I'm actually sad I didn't get. That's the one thing that's lingering. So sometimes I do run into those, oh my gosh, that one got away. But I feel like in the whole scheme of things, because the price points of these items that I'm thinking about purchasing are much higher, I don't want to, like, I'm okay with having the misses, you know, the ones that got away. Because a lot of times, I'd say a solid 7 out of 10 times, I forget about the item. I decide that I don't really need it. I understand that it was really just in the moment where I was super excited, but it's not actually something that I need. And so I'm able to walk away from it with a much more like clear mind. You feel like you're buying a lot of things like really impulsively. Try that if you haven't already. Try stepping away from it, even if it's like just a couple hours or something, right? Like if you're in a mall, you can kind of walk away to another store and then see if you still think about it. Or if you're shopping in like the city, you can go to some other shops, maybe have some lunch and then come back to it. I normally also find that I need, if I'm starting to get hungry, like I need to just have food. Sometimes it's just a matter of like I didn't have lunch because I was like shopping for hours and like my blood sugar's running low. I'm getting to that point where I like just want to buy it to like leave, you know, to like keep the adrenaline going. But actually like food is a much better option. I should just like sit down, have some food, take some time, and then you know, I'm able to walk away from it without any regrets. Another way I know that something was a good buy and not an impulse buy, it does involve me actually purchasing the item. And in the States, return policies are pretty lenient. Even with like luxury brands, you're usually able to return items within 14 days. So the big telltale sign for me is whether or not I immediately go to wear the item, style the item, incorporate it into my outfit somehow. Like it's how quickly I will go to use the new item in my wardrobe. this pertains to like luxury goods that cost like a lot more, and also like high street purchases as well, from Zara, H&M, wherever. I noticed that if I purchase something and then it sits in the box for like a solid week and I haven't even thought about wearing it out or using it in some way, that's usually how I know that it's not a good purchase for me. I'm not actually that excited about it, and I should go ahead and actually return that item. And there are pieces that I do that over time. Like even if it's an online purchase, like it doesn't matter. I will let it sit. Usually, typically, I will be very excited about this new piece. I can't wait to incorporate it with the other stuff that I have. And I want to be able to take an outfit photo so I can put it on my Instagram as well. And it's like, if I am not finding myself like thinking about 5 million outfits to wear, well, 5 million might be a lot, but if I'm not thinking about like, oh my gosh, I can wear this with this as well, or maybe I should wear this with that. Like if I'm not already thinking about that as soon as that new item comes into my home, then it's like on the chopping block. It's really, I then like have to take a moment to think about why I'm not that excited about wearing it. Like why was I excited when I was in the store or when I saw it online, and why am I not excited to actually wear it? There will be some sort of underlying thing. Like I actually think it's not really my style. I think it's a little bit more of a trendy item. It's a color that actually, like, I came home and when I try it on at home, I feel like it's not really that great for my skin tone based like in natural lighting. I feel like it's not the right size. Whatever it is, there's some sort of reason. So that could be another telltale sign for you as well. Like take a little inventory of how long it typically takes you to wear something, and it could be a sign. When it comes to a lot of luxury brand ready to wear, you're purchasing those about one season in advance. So like in like July and August is when the fall collections, the part ones start coming through, and like it's not the right weather to wear the autumn winter collection. For those reasons, sometimes there are items that sit a little bit because they're not the right season for me to wear them. You know, I feel like you'll hear a lot of people say like, oh, well, if it's like a classic piece and it's black, you know, then, you know, because it's classic, it's not really an impulse buy. I don't know if that necessarily is a one size fits all, like really applicable statement to everybody. I think it matters a lot more about what colors feel comfortable for you. And I feel like I touched about this concept of comfortable in my what it means to have your own style topic. So I will link that up above if you haven't checked it out. Just because it's black doesn't mean you'll wear it forever. If you're not somebody who wears a lot of black, then black is not actually a comfortable color for you. It might stand out a lot in your wardrobe. It might be one that, you know, you feel like is too harsh for your skin tone or something like that. So what are your tricks? Do you have any questions you ask yourself, or little ways that you try to understand like whether something is really going to be an impulse buy or not? Let me know in the comments down below. Because my channel focuses a lot on luxury fashion, that it's very natural for us to think about it in the realm of luxury fashion. But honestly, I feel like it applies to the realm of like a lot of stuff, like anything that we kind of spend money on. It's not so much the amount it is, it's more of like the mindset. I feel like I was really rambly in this video, but I hope I was able to share like my thought process, my approach, my tips for reducing the amount of impulse buys. And don't forget, every couple of days after on my communities page, I will post a poll with some upcoming topics. Feel free to participate in that poll to let me know what topic you would like me to do next. I plan on doing all of those topics, but this just helps me prioritize. So stay tuned for that as well. If you have any other questions or any other thoughts on this topic, definitely let me know in the comments down below. If you have any other questions, feel free to hit me up on Instagram and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post new fashion related videos every Sunday and Wednesday. So until next time, bye!